Hello everyone. So today we will be understanding two important ectoparasites. One is Flea, which is this Ctenocephalides felis, and then the second one is tick, which is this tick of family Ixodidae. There are different ticks present in family Ixodidae, and we will understand the life cycle of both of them. Both of them, they are human ectoparasites, basically living on the host, although they also have different types of host also, but majorly they are very important for us. That is why we are understanding them, right? Okay, so we'll start with the flea. This is the flea right over here. This is the adult flea. This is how it looks like. Okay, it's a blood-sucking ectoparasite, really dangerous. So this is the female flea that survives on blood, and it can lay up to 40 to 50 eggs per day. And its location, if we talk about the eggs and its location, eggs are small, white oval. They are approximately equals to the size of grain of salt. They are not sticky, so you can basically, they can be dusted off easily from the host body into the environment like carpets or soil. And duration, it typically hatch within 2 to 12 days. That is the time period for the eggs. So this is the female. Consider this is the female, and it's going to lay eggs. I will be using an arrow to show you that, okay, this is the adult flea, and now the adult flea is laying these eggs. These are flea eggs. Now I hope you remember that how many eggs it can lay. And another important thing is it follows complete metamorphosis, that is also known as hollow metabolous development, which basically will cover 4 distinct stages that we'll talk about: larva, pupa, you have adult stage and all, right? Okay, you have eggs and also. Anyways, so from this stage, we'll have the next stage, which is the larval stage. Now let's use this arrow and show the larval stage right over here. This is the larva. Larva typically is appearance. If we talk about the appearance, they are very tiny, legless, white worms kind of larva. And they have pale hairs on their body. They are usually photophobic. That means they hide themselves from light and burrow deep into the carpets or organic debris. And what is the food they eat? They are not able to suck the blood, so they do not survive on the blood. But instead they feed on flea dirt, which is protein-rich dried blood extracted by the adult fleas. And all those products that they have, they feed on all those organic matter. And duration is this stage is going to last about 1 to 2 weeks. And during that time, it's going to molt for almost 3 times. And then the next stage will come. Now, let me show you the next stage. Next stage is very important, very tough stage, which is this. It's called pupa stage, right? And you can see a nice cocoon is being created by ectoparasite. Let me just fix other arrows also, so that it's kind of circular. So this is the stage where it is going to, create that protective covering. And this is also known as, cocoon. And if we talk about this particular stage, it is required for protection, that cocoon. So larva is going to have a cocoon which will be sticky, and it is going to look like a dirt, right? So it's going to camouflage itself from the surrounding dust particles, so they will almost look same. Next is they are resistant to chemicals and insecticides. That's why you can't kill those, so it becomes very tough to kill the cocoons. Next is the trigger. When there is trigger like vibration, heat, carbon dioxide, all those things, that is going to trigger the further development. And duration of this particular stage is 1 to 2 weeks. And if there is, unfavorable condition, it can extend. So this is the stage which we just discussed. Very important stage. And that's why this flea becomes so dangerous, because you can't get rid of that because of this stage. It becomes so resilient in the environment, right? So after this, we will have the adult stage. And this is the adult stage right over here. Let's talk about adult stage also. Adult stage is going to find a host, and then it's going to have the blood meal, and after that immediately it's going to start reproducing. On the host, what it does is adult flea is going to spend most of its time on the host. Reproduction will start from 20 24 to 48 hours after their first feed, and then females, they are going to lay eggs. Total lifespan of that particular flea is quite a long time. It's almost several months. If the host is not getting rid of the flea, it can survive for several months. So you can imagine how difficult it is to actually take care of this particular ectoparasite. That's why we have the problem of this flea, because you have the resilient stage, and it becomes very difficult to actually get rid of that. So this was all about our ectoparasite number 1, which is flea, Ctenocephalides felis. And then let's move on to the second one, which is ticks of family Ixodidae, right? Ixodidae. Okay, so let's talk about different stages. Let me bring the adult stage right over here, and you will see how scary looking this particular bug is. Look at that. So this is the tick, and we'll start with the stage 1, which is the egg in this case, right? Where are the eggs here? So let me copy and put it right over here, and we'll start with egg stage. Egg, when the adult is grown up, it's going to give eggs, and the number of eggs is very, very large. Thousands of eggs, oftentimes it's 3,000 to 6,000 till it dies. A lot of eggs it's going to lay. And what it does, it basically find a spot which is sheltered spot, maybe debris where the litter is. It's going to lay down the eggs over there, and then hatching will begin. Depending upon the temperature condition, egg is going to hatch into the larva, and it might take several weeks to month. Then we'll have the next stage. So these eggs, they are going to hatch into the larval stage. And now a larval stage is interesting. It's very, very small, kind of, you would say looks like a tick, but it's tiny. It will have six legs. Okay, if we talk about larval stage, it's a very tiny pinhead structure, and characterized by typically 6 legs. The first host that it will have, it can be at this particular time, it can be a bird, it can be a mouse, or a small mammal. Usually larvae, what they do, they just climb on these hosts and start using them for their growth and feeding. They can feed for several days, and then drop off into the environment and molt into next stage, which is nymphs. Okay, so now let's talk about the nymph stage. Let me move the arrow right over here. So this is the larval stage, and the nymph stage. Nymph stage is actually looking almost like the adult stage, but the size is smaller. It will have now 8 legs, 4 pairs of legs. In this case, we'll have the host, which is different. So let's talk about nymph stage. Appearance will be very tiny but larger than the larva. And nymph will have different hosts, like bigger hosts like rabbit, squirrels, or even humans. It becomes very, very dangerous because this stage can carry pathogen for Lyme disease. Okay, if it go unnoticed, it becomes dangerous. And then it's going to further mold into the different other stages and develop into the adult, which is again this scary looking bug over there. Now let's talk about the adult stage. Adult is 8-legged and sexually differentiated between male, and males are smaller and than the females. And the females, they are going to lay the eggs. Adult basically will survive on different animals like deer, dogs, humans for their blood meal. And after mating, usually male dies immediately, and females is going to again lay the eggs down, and then cycle continues. So as you can see over here, very, very interesting life cycle of this particular bug. It will have different hosts. So it will have like smaller mammals, it will have humans, it will have rabbits, and that's why it has the ability to diversify its host and survive better than the other ectoparasite. Okay, so I think now we have covered the life cycle of these 2 interesting ectoparasites. We will be covering life cycle of other interesting ectoparasites or other parasites. We have already covered so many parasites in Biology Goal. If you are interested, you can go and find out playlist on Parasitology Goal. You will find out there are lots of interesting videos that we have already made. They're going to help you understand those topics very, very easily in an interesting way. So please check them out. If you like the video, please hit the like button, and if you like the channel, then please do subscribe to the channel, because it gives us a lot of support to make more and more videos, interesting videos that will help a lot of students in future, right? All right, so I'll meet you in the next one. Till then, take care everyone.